flowers anyway, because I make contacts that way and I can bring my prospects down there to, you know, to try things out and, all that kind of stuff. So it's a great way, to do something that I love to do and at the same time, mix it up, break ice, which it's important for people to, every time they talk to you, know that you're about more other things. I mean, um, if they don't have an interest in kinetic, I'm still going to get that. I'm still going to find out if they're, if they want to buy flowers or whatever. I want to make some money somehow. So you just do what you love and you fit everything in. It just rained like, oh my gosh, it rained so bad when we were breaking down. It was so funny. But all the vendors down there were so helpful and, got some contacts and it's all good. Got to
Perfect.
follow up now.
Perfect. Thank you. And Kimberly, the stage is yours. Welcome. Good
Wonderful.
morning.
Well, good morning, everybody. This is our Wednesday win day. So think about that. Monday and Tuesday, we're getting all ready and getting people on board. And then Wednesday is midweek. So it's time to kind of like look at what we built up for the last 2 days. How many leads did we get? How many calls did we make? And how many appointments did we book? Maybe even how many people did we enroll? So anyway, I think Wednesday is a good check-in day. And then for my topic today, it is your basic building blocks to network marketing. And I really think it's just your basic business blocks to be an entrepreneur, whatever whatever the business is, like whether it's the selling flowers or three or whatever it is, because there are, I'm going to say seven, because let's say our goals are to be 7 star. Why not? We have to dream big. And so I have 7 points that I'm going to go through that will be your basic building blocks. And as long as, you have that kind of with your hands, with your fingers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then we could rest, or maybe it's 6 days and then we rest. But whatever it is, do something that makes you happy. This is so important. This is the very first building block, I think, that is so integral to entrepreneurs, especially. And even if you're a corporate employee with that entrepreneur mentality, you still have to think like you are the owner of your business. And so you have to be happy. Make yourself happy in any way that you can in the morning, whether it's our kinetic. And that's why I do personally fun things for myself, because it makes me laugh. It's like, all right, I'm having no champagne, but it's my kinetic. It's like my happy juice in the morning. And then this is for my day to day. Um, I have a big day planned. But first of all, as an entrepreneur, business person, you have to have the vision. Like I said, I'm going to go through these seven points, like 7 star, because yes, I would love to be a 7 star. I'm working on becoming a 7 star. It's a labor of love, and it's a progress. It's just a progressive thing. So, however we're building it, that's still our focus. So your vision is huge. Know your why and revisit that periodically, because when you first started, maybe your why is a little different than where it is now. So I think quarterly assessments are good with that. So what is your why going into this third, or is it the fourth quarter? Like September, October, November, December is probably fourth quarter. And so have your vision in place, have your why like solid, and have something that's intriguing and interesting, and not just about you. Try to encompass your why and your reason for being in three, that will kind of be like an umbrella for a lot of people. So they could be like, whoever you're talking to or connecting with, they're like, oh yeah, that's kind of like how I see myself a little bit too. So whatever your why is, kind of be a chameleon to whoever it is that you're talking to incorporate what your conversation was about a little bit. And I hope you get my point with that. So your vision, your purpose is huge, and belief. Just like when we came back from the event in Salt Lake City, is believe. You have to believe it before you can see it. And sometimes people want to see it before they can believe it. And it's really the other way around. So your mental, visual, everything is so important. That's why even like my background or whatever I'm doing throughout the day, I have my Bahama poster up here. I have my 3 bag up here because I'm going to talk about what I'm doing today in a minute. But you just have to believe with every ounce of your body and every cell in your body. Believe in our business, first of all. Believe in the products. Have a good story, product story, but you have to have a good business part story too. And then believe in the leadership and believe in your team and believe in your team members. It's like one thing I've always learned from my other platform and my other leader is believe them, but it's like you have belief, but you don't believe until you see the action. Okay. But so our leadership is outstanding. Never before have I been surrounded with so many successful multimillionaires in any other section, any other part of my life ever. I have never been around so many successful and positive people. I have a team member who's amazing, and you'll hear from her soon, I'm sure, one of these days. And she almost like every single day or every other day, she's just amazed about the positivity that we have on these calls, the community, the connection with each other, the helpfulness. And she's like, how can all these people be happy? And it's just like, I don't know if it's the kinetic or no, we were happy before the kinetic. Maybe it was the serum. No, I think it was before the serum. We are a like-minded group. We love that stuff. And so, all right, belief in the whole system, belief in the people, believe in yourself. You are not here by accident, that is for sure. And what one of my favorite sayings is like, this is a volunteer army. You're not even on these calls by accident. You don't even have to be here, but we are positive thinkers. So when you are making yourself happy, you have your vision, have that aura going on in your body and that energy, you're going to attract the right types of people. They're going to come to you. All right. So the other thing is showing up, that's kind of like number 3. And that would be like what I just said. We're showing up for our hour of power. And I just love this. You're so energized after this. That is the best time to reconnect with the people you met yesterday, the day before, last week, or whoever that is on your ongoing running list. The next point is the list. You always have to have a working list. Who are the new people? Who are the people that you want to have, like your dream team that you haven't connected with yet? Or maybe, I don't know, there's some delay in getting them to the table to hear about everything, but have this running list going on. But don't just sit there and wait for them to like respond. You're constantly adding in new people. All right, so create that list. And the list is, think about this. All right, whatever your dreams are, 3-star, 4-star, 5-star, 7-star, golden, flower, crown, I don't know, whatever that last top thing is, golden, royal, everything. Whatever your goal is, you can't do it by yourself. So your list has to consist of other people that have similar goals. They have the positivity, the energy, they're happy. They make you happy when they call you on the phone. You're like, oh, she's calling or he's calling. I can't wait. I'm so excited to talk to them instead of like, oh gosh, let me let that go to voicemail. If you ever have that thought about any of the people calling you back, you are barking up the wrong tree, because if we're really nice on this call and positive, and so if something, I don't know, doesn't gel with you, they're not going to be gelling with a lot of others. So you want to find those people that give you that energy back, because they will attract more people. So you're finding happy, energized, positive, like-minded thinkers that have dreams, and they like the things that we have. They like the trips, or even if they don't want to go on a cruise, who cares? The bottom line is they like to win, and they love to be surrounded by great people. All right, so Your list is your business partner list because, like I said, you can't do it all by yourself. So if you divide and conquer, to help help your team grow by finding these other people that want to grow their own team. So it's never a problem trying to work with the right people. It's fun because they want to do it. They're like, all right, what do we do next? Who do we call? How about this event? How about that idea? Those are the types of people that you want to have. All right. So you're creating your list. Fun, fun. They have to be fun. That's it. If none of those other things, it's just like find fun people. All right. And then you're connecting with them. So what we have going on right now, which is excellent, our Chief Growth Officer, Justin Call, what a cool name. Justin, call me. So you want to think about that every day. Who am I calling? I got to call Justin Call. I got to text him or whatever in those groups and say, all right, I made my 3 connections out of my list. And, like what we've been talking about on other calls, I think all of our calls the last couple of weeks have been outstanding. And I do have to put a shout out to Adrian with that closing call and Shannon too. I mean, everybody is so awesome, but those were just solid. And so keep a couple of these calls like permanent in on your phone or whatever. Listen to them throughout the day. And so, all right, I think I'm getting a little bit off track. All right, you're connecting. So, all right, so that teaches you how to connect. Justin Call, we have our goals, three app connections a day. And what I have always been taught in my other business, and I think it's so important, it's just like connect with 3 people before our calls, even if it's a little bit early. Corporate people are working early. They're on the train or they're on a bus or they're driving in or something. And who calls them to say, hey, I would love to work with you. Do you have a few minutes? Let's chat. Because most people don't hear positive things in their corporate environments or day-to-day jobs. So with you calling them early, wake up, sunshine. How are you? What's up? I haven't talked to you in a long time. Let's catch up. It's just like, wow, that would be so nice. I don't care what I was doing. It'd be like, oh, thanks for thinking of me. So that's what people are thinking when you call them. It's not like, oh, it's a bother, especially if you're a fun person. They want to know what's up with you. All right. So connecting, we have our Justin Call priorities, 3 in the morning, or what I'm saying is 3 before our calls, 3 right after the calls, because we're all psyched up and excited. Maybe 3 during lunch. People are probably out getting a sandwich or something. So call them, during the lunch hour. You could hit 3 calls of people throughout the entire day. You could really do 10 or 12 connections every single day. Think about it as your business supplements. Okay. We have our health supplements and proactive health. This is proactive wealth. All right. So you're okay. And prospecting is really a fun thing, whether you are online or you're in person. But if you're not used to doing something like that, you have to change a little something. If you're not 100% happy in your like 3 money right now or your rank or whatever, you've got to do a little something different. You can't continue to do the same thing you've been doing and expect a different results or keep calling the same old people. So I would say make a plan, get out there and go meet some new people. My previous career for over 25 years was something that, I mean, I learned these great routines of meeting new people every single day. We had to, this is kind of like for your own personal goals, and it's going to be big, but meet 10 new people a day, have 2 appointments every single day, or at least by the end of the week, you've had 10 people hear the information. So that will always guarantee you at least 1 or 2 new enrollments per week. And so if you have 2, 4, 6, 8, you could have anywhere between minimum, Justin Call said, we should have our 3 new enrollments every month, but you could have 3 to 12, 15. So those are really good, solid numbers, and it doesn't take long. It's just like 5 minutes getting a coffee. If you're not normally out of your house, get out. Go sign up for a Pilates class. Go do something different. There's a million free things to attend, and you just Google like meetups or socializing events or whatever in your city. There's 100 things. Even if you just go to the dog park, walk your friend's dog if you don't have one. Dog people are always so nice. They're like, oh, let me see your dog. Or even if you don't have a dog and you want some like furry friendship, go to one of those places, bring some dog treats, and meet some new people. It could be so easy and so fun. All right. So you're connecting, prospecting is my favorite thing to do because I love meeting new friends. I always think I can learn something from every single individual I meet. And sometimes the people come to me and I do things a little bit more outrageous, I guess, than I don't know, others. But like today is my kinetic day. So I'm wearing a kinetic outfit. This is as wild as I've got right now. But I'm not going to do my day sequence yet, but I probably will toward the fall. All right. So, we have an event at the French Market after this from 11:30 to 2. Those are your prime hours. Always, if you want to get out and meet some new people, hit the morning rush, 7 to 9. Prime time at lunch is 11:30ish till 2. Then you can make those calls, whoever you met during that time, make those calls from 2 to 4. And then from 4 to 7, I have a gym event. So this is my plan. I mean, I don't know, I think like the open houses were one thing. People love to do that. My thing is going to be going to events and giving a bunch of samples away, always with a name. They're not getting anything for free, but this is going to be a blast. I just love our new kinetic sampling. And oh, Lavi, you did such a great job on that kinetic sampling thing. It was so great. I'm looking for a carafe all day yesterday. I think it's so elegant and fun. All right. And presenting. The presenting is easy. You're not doing it. Okay. You just send somebody to a Zoom. George and Adrian, they have the whole calendar out there. Christine does. Your upline will do this. Shannon, so many people are doing this. And even if nothing happens like that, and you're not ready, maybe they don't want to do a Zoom, and if people don't know how to do a Zoom, go find somebody else. I'm sorry, I'm being blunt, but this is how we do our business. Okay. I met this really phenomenal person. She's great. She's on a cover of a magazine and all this. And it's like, oh, wow, she was a model. And then she's into the green thing. I don't do Zooms. And it's like, okay, bye next. Because I don't have time for that. It's almost like we have to find our type of people that fit into our way of business. And it's not hard. So, all right, so you're presenting, get people to the Zoom calls, and even if you don't have anybody for a Zoom call, listen to them yourself if you can, and get the verbiage in your head. The more you read the scripts that Adrian and George have put together, honestly, the building blocks, go to their website. Their website, legacymakers.com, is just amazing. It has every single thing. Replay those scripts in your head like they're a song, so then when you're talking to somebody, it just comes out naturally. All right, so presenting. And then after you're sending some information, connecting with people, sending them a little information, but send the information to book. It's just like, here's a little bit just to kind of pique your interest a little bit to see what time would be best for us to get together and do a Zoom call or get together for lunch, and I could show you some of the information. And so you're always having that next step in your head. All right. So then following up for results, not just to see, oh, how do you like it? You don't like it? It's like, I don't know. Who cares? That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. And I'm sorry, But it's just so frustrating. Add more water, add a squeeze of orange juice, put in some pineapple juice. I mean, there is always a way to make something taste good. Throw it into a smoothie. Oh my goodness. Those people who are like, ooh, I don't like it. It's just like, forget them. On. I like people are like, oh, yeah, that's good. And maybe they're thinking it's not all that good, but they're nice, they're fun. The benefits of it are so much better than, like how many things do we have to drink sometimes that we don't like? I don't like spinach, but I throw it in a smoothie. You can't even taste it. So, but we do the things that are good for us, for our health and for our business. All right. And then following up for results, of course. All right. Then enroll with an order. I have done it both ways. I like just get them on the team. It's just like sometimes I'll say, well, I have like 3 or 4 people, which I always do. It's just like they're all deciding. You could either be before them, ahead of them, or after them. Either way is fine for me. It just depends on what your own personal goals are. And it's just like to make it solid, then let's, pick out a product because, if you're going to be in the business, you got to feel the effects and have some kind of a benefit story of the products to tell people because they're going to ask you, why are you in this, Irene? You're right in my face right here. So why are you doing this, Irene? You're like the real estate mogul, and you're the island girl. It's just like, what? You're the queen already. Why do you want more? It's just like, I love to help people. I like to have fun. The benefits I found for me and my husband are just been off the charts. And I just like to share, or whatever your story was going to be. You're going to fine tune that into whatever it is that you kind of think the other person likes. Okay, it's not always about what your thoughts are, what your feelings are. It's like, because you're talking to this person, find out what their likes and their needs and like if they're a runner, an athlete, you're not going to say, oh, this is going to be really good to calm you. You're going to say it's energize you. You're going to be so hydrated, you won't even have to carry I don't know, 48-ounce pack of water on your back when you're going up that mountain. You don't even need that water because you're going to be so hydrated. All right, but you have to kind of be that chameleon and find out what's important to them. It's not about what we like, it's about what they like. And you're talking less. Oh, I've already talked too much. I have 5 more minutes. But you really are kind of like a detective in a good way because you want to find out what their needs are, what their wants are, what their pain points are. And one thing I used to say in my other platform is like, oh yeah, I have this. They're like, ooh, you're all that, you're an engineer. Like people think your job is so good. It's like, seriously, if you're working in a corporation, you're not the boss. Typically. And, there's only like one, and then they don't have a life to have that position either because I thought, oh, I could get this other top job. It's just like, but I wouldn't want his life. He has no life. He's always at the office. It's like, who wants that? No way. So the thing is that, um, okay, what was, I don't know what I was, oh yeah, Irene. So it was just like, you have to give something that's poignant for them. And so, yeah, I used to say, it's like, yeah, it's all that. It's pretty good, but I'm not the boss. I have to travel, but it's not to places I want to go. It's not to like Fiji. They're like, oh, I travel too. But then when I say, yeah, me too, but it wasn't like Fiji. And they're like, oh, yeah, I've never been to Fiji yet either. It's definitely not free. And so this was one of like, if somebody likes to travel, it's like I signed up for my other platform because I got to travel the world. That was it. I was not into the makeup. I like makeup. I wear too much. I don't care. It's just like, it's interesting. It's fun. And it's just like, I wanted to travel the world and explore. And so you find people that like some of those things that we offer. And if people hate to travel or whatever, I don't know if they're going to be a good fit, maybe, but you're still looking for your key board of director people. You're looking for people to help you. I'm never going to say no to anybody if they're like, oh, I have a pain in my neck. I need that. It's like, great, I'll help you feel better. But I'm not counting on them to help blow up the whole area or the unit or, the team to go to the next rank. I have to find people who want a rank. who want a recognition, who want to win. And just like what we've said, and Christine just said this morning too, and it was in my notes before, is like you are finding people who are hungry. And sometimes the most successful people are even more hungry, because they're like, yeah, what is this? Is there another way? Like I'm going to this French market tomorrow. I mean, today in about 2 hours. And this guy has got like half of the French market. It should be called the Suarez market, not the French market. He's got all these like little venues of food, little food things, and a store and all this other stuff. And he's like, yeah, what do you got? I want to know. All right, we'll set up my wife as soon as she comes back from her vacation, September 7th. We got an appointment. But so those are the ones that want more. Early 40s. So you're kind of just like a talent scout. You're sifting and sorting. Everyone stays, you work with the ones who want to work with you. All right. And then you enroll people. Oh, yeah, that was the other thing I was going to say. Enroll them wherever they are. Don't speak too much. You're the detective. Find out what they want, what they're comfortable doing, and then say, well, if you want to have really the optimal experience with this, if they just want to buy like the smallest package, say, I always recommend one of each. That's not huge, but it's getting the best of bang for your buck. You're going to save more money and all of that. Now, with this new special coming up with the 20% off for Labor Day is amazing. This is the best time to get people on board or to really reconnect with some of your other team members and say, hey, I don't know if you heard the news, but this is one of your favorite products. All the products are my favorite, but this is on sale. And then get them on SmartShip if they aren't already. And so that is another good way to tie in while you're calling people. And it's just really a fun, like our company has the most fun things, back to school, back to work, 20% off, Labor Day sale. I mean, there's always something outstanding. And then enroll people with an order if you can. Um, and then onboard, however you do your onboarding. But honestly, get them with George for the pay plan after. However you want to do your onboarding, if you want to put them on at 10 Central with George on Saturday mornings, but seriously, get people into that monies thing because the way George explains the pay plan and the possibilities, it just like blows you away. And it's just like, wow, then you could see yourself as a multi-millionaire and you're excited on a Saturday morning. And then repeat. So I don't know how many things they were. I had 7 on my list, but and then repeat, rinse and repeat. That's it. And you show your new BA. All right, this is what we do. Help them build their list. This is what's your vision and list. And this is how you connect and invite. And then present, send them to the tools, and then we help them enroll. And there you go. That is the beginning. And so I am just really, really excited. I'm didn't even have that much kinetic yet, but I just love this business. And I love all of you. Thank you so much for being part of this and staying on the call. And I am yielding to George and Adrian
Okay. Thank you
and
very much.
anybody else.
Hi. Great job. Before there's so many fun, very important nuggets. I say nuggets, nuggets all through the call. And I'm sure you take those, but it was talking about being excited, making your list, work with fun people. Yeah, you don't want boring people in your team. Can you imagine you are going to have a meeting, everybody's excited, and then you have the boring person that's always coming down, talking about how sad everything is. No, it, but there's so many notes that I have here. Make sure that you are uh, uh, always have an idea of what you are going to be doing, your prospecting tool, your prospecting strategy that you have, because you have to be connecting with people every day using the tools. Make sure you are using, you're doing presentation, could be a Zoom, like she was saying, could be personal presentation. We are in our business, but in our own business. Like she said, when you are working for somebody else, you are working for somebody else. The person is giving you a value. If you are making, I don't know, $40 an hour, that's the value. Say, hey, you are not worth more than $40 an hour. No, in this business, you create your own value. And BJ at the beginning was talking about how she goes to this place where the multimillionaires are. Well, make the money, and you one day you are going to live in those places, or you're going to be in those places not because you are selling something, but because you are part of it too, if that's your goal, by the way. And of course, understand that this is a huge opportunity. It's something that keep in mind. This is I always tell people where you can find a business that with a few dollars, and I say less than $3,000, you are getting the pro, and even with $300, around $300, where you can get into a business that has the potential to give you 100,000 a year, or even much more, $50,000 a year for the rest of your life. And at the same time, most of your expenses are things that you eat and you use for your health. And we have an amazing business. That's why these points are so important. This is recorded. Anybody wants to add something? I know.
Did a
Okay.
great
Hi,
job. Great
good
job.
morning.
Great job.
Thank you.
I took away so many tips off that. That was phenomenal. And then
Mhm.
Kimberly, your enthusiasm
Right.
is always
Right.
just amazing. Like
Yeah.
you can feel it, the energy.
Yes.
Thanks, you guys.
Well, and just starting with a glass with kinetics and a wine glass. I mean, that's so exciting. I think I'm
Champagne
going to start
glass.
doing that.
Champagne.
You know what, Kimberly, I just absolutely love it when you present because you're alive at 5. You know, this call starts at 7:30 in the morning for me. And it's like I'm like so awake now. I love your crazy bubbliness. And it's I you know, I work in a very stuffy industry. You know, they don't expect people to be like that. And so I've had to tone my high I personality way, way down. But in this business, I get to be who I am and still win. And it's awesome. And I just love hearing somebody with that kind of personality present. Thank you so much.
Oh, thanks.
And what I liked about what you were talking about, Kimberly, is how you were quickly sifting and sorting people pretty quickly and not wasting time on people who are not really going to be aligned with the vision. So I thought that was really good. Well said as well, because a lot of times we may have a tendency, because of our loving nature or want to nurture people, but they're just not the right people, and you have to really move quickly because, like as Christine always says, business we need to move with speed, and we don't have time to waste, so we have to have that urgency. So I just wanted to thank you for that, and you always do an excellent job.
Oh, thanks, Lori.
I just want to say, Kimberly, you did a great job. And I just agree with everything you said. And I thought about how great your posture was, that you are in control of this, yet it's fun and you're not offensive. And I think that is great, when we get out there to have that sense of urgency and to have that posture, because we would say in the past, we've got the cookie, and maybe they're not ready for it. So timing is also important. But I love it that you move through the steps we all need to take to build a business. So anyway, love you. It was great.
Thanks, Karen.
Thank you. And as you know, oh, by the way, let's remember what she just said about we have a 20% discount from here to Labor Day, Monday. That would be Monday. Make sure you start getting some of the products that you say, I need extra products, or I have used only 3 products. I have to try the other ones. Because, by the way, I use all the products. As a matter of fact, I was just the little serum. I say, I didn't put it last night. I put it next to me to remember. Yeah, by the way, guys, if you're looking at me, say, are you using a serum? Yeah, we have a skin too. Remember, I have to remind you, we have a skin too. But anyway, yeah, thank you very much. Make sure you connect with people today. Anybody that you have in your list or that you have talked in the past, call them. I have a surprise for you. We have a sale until Labor Day. Let's talk about that because you have to try these products. I'm so excited about what's happening to me. I want you for you to happen to make sure excitement like Kimberly does. By the way, something I was going to say, the excitement, many times when you are in a traditional job environment, we cannot express who we are because people start looking at us. And by the way, you can see it when you go to an office building and you go into the elevator, more people are quiet. That you only hear the music, people barely look at each other, and you say, "Hey, good morning, everybody." Some of them good, and some of them smile, and many of them are saying, "What the heck happened to this person? Isn't drugs or what?" The things that we are ourselves, and that's something that I love about this business. You become yourself, and by being yourself, it's when you are even more successful because people see who are you, how happy you are, because that allows this business allows us to be who we are. We don't have to be stuff and talking every morning about facts and figures. Let me tell you about the pay plan. You just got two people, and yeah, the pay plan is amazing. But if you are boring, nobody's going to listen to it. Anyway, but thank you very much, everybody. Again, and we see you. And tonight we have the health call. Remember, a Wednesday at night, and I talk to you later. Have an amazing day, everybody.
And thank you for not being boring, George. Love you, man.
For sure. And I have to say thank you to Christine, who taught me how to have the discipline to find the people that I need to have the life of my dreams. And that's what I think is we have to be put out a little bit, maybe, for the bigger picture. And I just really have to say thank you so much, Christine. You have changed my life. This is how much the warm chatting and connecting with people, why it's so important. I'm sorry, I just have to say this because it's so profound in my life. What if Christine did not say anything to me? Oh my goodness. I don't even want to think about it. I don't even want to think. Forget about it. So, just make a difference in somebody else's life. Say hello. Who cares if they say no? Because you want the right people anyway. And just love people where they are.
I agree.
Thank you. I'm done.
Have an amazing day, everybody. Thank you very much for being on the call. And let's go into action. Let's connect with those three people. Make sure when we are consistent, our check is going to become consistent and it's going to become bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And then one day you are going to be reaching a lot of the goals that you are waiting for. Yeah. Thank you very much.
Thank you, George.
Thank you, George.
Thank you.
Have a great